Okay, so we're off to get a coffee. That brings this little vlog. Shut up, Stephen. Hello, I'm now in Seattle visiting my best buddy Steve.
Hello!
Some of you may remember Steve, who came to visit me in Scotland back in the spring. So we are now heading to the...
We made tea.
We made tea. We are now heading to the Apache camping centre, which is between Seattle and Everett, something like that.
Near Muckleteer.
Near Muckleteer. So yeah, off to Apache camping centre to look at some American RVs. Okay, so we're at the Apache Camping Centre, which is in Everett, Washington State, just north of Seattle. And a lot of my American subscribers tell me that they can't get European style RVs over here in the United States. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can, because over here in the United States you can buy the Tab, which is made under license by New Camp. This, many of us in Europe will recognise as the Tab 400. You can also get the 320, but they're subtly different to those that we have over in Europe. So let's take a look at this Tab 400 and go through some of those interesting differences. First one being, this one has my favourite central heating on it. For me, this is a voyage of discovery. These are mains outlets again. Don't have those in Europe. Or if you do, it's an extra. Look at the chassis. Now this chassis is very different to the European chassis. Looks like steel, but I wouldn't like to say. So you've got the US coupling head here and a US style jockey wheel. So on the non-door side, same windows. That's very different. You have your sewer connector here for the black tank. And black tank flush there. Shower. Outdoor shower. Water connection. What's this? Oh, that must be for your satellite. That's your mains hookup. It's the vent for the Alder central heating. And what's this? Don't know what that is. And then the back, as we're very much used to. Right, so let's go and have a look inside. This is cool, and this is something we don't have on the European models either. Handle to help you get in. So here we are. So the layout is pretty much identical to the Tab 400 we have in the UK, or in Europe should I say. And then looking to the back, all very similar to the European model. Fitted TV. Here just inside the door is the control center. Quick look at the kitchen. Little, don't know how you select hot water there. So this is different, where you have a 2-burner hob instead of the 3 burners that you get in Europe across the back. So the workspace is here, whereas in Europe it's across the front. And a tiny little icebox in there. Very solid, very solid. So the cabinetry is quite old school. It's very solid. Nice design on the cupboards there. Very strong catches. And let's have a look in the washroom. Now I have to say, in my humble opinion, it may not look as trendy as the European version, but to me, I think this works a little bit better because you haven't got all the wood. This is a proper wet room. The European version is not a proper wet room. It has a it has the curtain rail like this one, and also in this US version it has a proper extractor fan. I really like this. And here in the front lounge, little light. I think the lounge seating works pretty well as well on this one. Got a little bit more room. So what's the bottom line? Well, it looks like list price here $37,000. It was on sale for $34,000. They're actually doing a closeout here for $32,000. That is pretty good when you consider it has air conditioning, 3-speed fan, a screen door, entertainment system, Alder central heating and hot water, 12-gallon black tank, 12-watt refrigerator, 18-gallon grey water tank, 30-gallon fresh water tank, front window, 60 by 80 queen bed, and gas stove. Right, so that's the 400. Now let's go and look at the 320, where that might surprise you. And then after that, let's go and look at something big and American. But first, the 320. Right, so this is the Tab 320. Again, very similar in external appearance to the Tab 320 that we have in Europe. Of course, 2-inch toe ball and American style chassis. We're going to have a look in here. It looks like Stephen's already having a look in here. First of all, the Boondock Edition. So this must have the necessary for camping away from the grid. From the back, looks quite similar to our European Tab off-road, with that spare wheel up there, and very rugged axle and wheel there. And would you believe, even the 320 has Alder central heating. We're not jealous, America, we're really not jealous. And there's your water connections. So, let's go and have a look inside. Now, if you're used to the Tab 320 in Europe, you're in for a surprise, because look, as well as Stephen, look, this one has A shower compartment. Oh yes. Can I stand up? No. But even the Tab 320 has a wet bath. What would you make of that? So I am 5'10.5", and just like the Tab 320 in Europe, I can't stand up fully at the front here, but this is fine for a weekend vehicle. Take the camera off, Stephen, and show you around.
I can sit down very comfortably though.
Yeah? And does your head hit the air conditioning unit?
No.
No.
Even with a hat on?
Even with a hat on. So this is very similar to the tabs we have back in Europe, although the cabinetry I believe is slightly different. Oh, thank you, my glamorous assistant is now demonstrating. It's very solid, isn't it, Steve?
It is very solid.
Very solid.
It's very comfortable.
Excellent.
I could see me in here for a weekend.
Brilliant. And then kitchen at the front. Yep, little 2-burner hob. So this one has the 3-way fridge, gas mains 12 volts. I don't know if that's is because this is the Boondock version. Boondocking in the US is what we would call sort of off-grid camping away from the mains and hookups. Back in Europe, that's a cupboard. Thumbs up, Stephen.
Yeah, I did notice lots of USB connectors. There's one up there, there's two back here. So I'm a gadget man, so I'm very happy with that. I'm going to be able to plug everything in.
Excellent, excellent. So let's go through the options list. So as you can see, list price is $29,000. Sale price was $26.5, and Apache are closing out on this on $25,000. It's got air conditioning, screen door, entertainment system, Alder, 8-gallon black tank, 12-volt refrigerator, front window, blah blah, pitched axle, cargo netting. So it's got a lot of toys with it. So you're getting a lot of caravan for a blooming good price, I reckon. Excellent, excellent. Right, Stephen, shall we go and look at something very big and very American?
Yes.
Shall we?
I mean, not me.
No, you're British. Oh. Right, let's go. So that's the Tab 320. Now let's look at something a little bit more American. Oh my word. So this is the Fuzion Chrome. I've lost count of how many slide outs it's got. Look at that. Triple axle. Obviously this is a fifth wheeler. I imagine you can't get away with anything less than a Ford F350 dual for this. Look at the size of it. It's even got two doors. There's the back door. And there's the main door. And look! Outdoor speakers. They'd make you popular on a campsite, wouldn't they? Right. Let's climb the stairs and have a look inside. Ooh. Oh my goodness. It is enormous. It's quite dark, unfortunately, because there's no lights on. We're not powered up. I don't know where to start. So next to the door you have your fireplace. Huge TV. So this is a 2014 model. So this is a used model. But look at the size of the fridge freezer. Not too sure about the decoration there. Look at the size of the fridge freezer. It's enormous. It's channeling Kenneth Williams there. Enormous! Matron. So in the middle of the kitchen you have the island unit, double sink. Oh my goodness, it's so heavy. This weighs a ton. Look at that tap. I mean, a proper domestic tap. Right, let's go to the master bedroom. As I say, apologies, it's very dark because we can't get any lights on in the trailer. Tons of wardrobe space. So this is the double bedroom at the front of the trailer. More cupboard space and a TV up there in the corner. Plenty of wardrobe space. And then the master bedroom has its own ensuite. Oh dear, bit of a calamity gone on there. As I say, this is a 2014 used trailer, so we had to ask the keys for this, so I imagine it's got to have a little bit of prepping before it goes on general sale. It's the biggest one here, so of course I had to have a look at it. So look at the size of that shower compartment. I mean, it is enormous. You can even sit down in it. That's incredible. Right, so that's the ensuite. Now let's go through to the rear bedroom and garage. So before we go through, if you look, there's a bed up here. So that would be a great den. And then through to the garage, and you can see mounts in the floor or securings in the floor for our motorbikes, and then there's a sofa that will drop down, and above that is a drop down bed. So when you've transported all your toys to your campsite, you can take the toys out, drop down the bed, and the kids have got their own bedroom, and in addition to their own bedroom, they've also got their own ensuite. Wow. So this is how you do it fifth wheel styly in the United States. Absolutely incredible. So,
how's the headroom in this room, Andrew?
The headroom is pretty good. The headroom goes up and up and up and up and up. What, to about 9 feet would you say, Stephen? 10 feet?
10 feet.
10 feet. Bottom line on this one, bearing in mind it's a used model, 2014, and this is on sale now for $60,000. Should we go on an adventure, Stephen?
Shall we?
Shall we?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Do you like this one, Stephen?
I do. Look, I can stand up and everything.
You can.
I really did like the tab, though.
I did.
Don't misunderstand me.
No, but we like this one too.
Yes.
Should we look at one more?
Okay.
One more, maybe a bit smaller. So now we'll look at something a little bit more mainstream American. This is the Forest River Salem Cruise Lite. Now, a lot of people have said about in the UK how we have all the windows along the front, and you'll notice very few here in the States have windows at the front, so no concerns about breaking windows. Having said that, I mean, it's quite a boxy kind of a shape with those corrugated sides. It's probably not going to win any beauty contests, but it also looks very rugged and do the job. So you have your water connections there. There is your Sewer outlet there for your black tanks. Sturdy axle there. Spare wheel on the back. Even got a canopy. So it's got a roll-out canopy. What do you reckon, Stephen?
I like it.
You like it?
I do.
So this is a 2017 brand new, so they're selling this one off, aren't they? It's got blown air heating. Let's have a quick look in the washroom. So it's quite a basic washroom with just a loo and a shower. Looking towards the back of the trailer. 2-burner hob. That will be your heating furnace, so that'll be blowing out warm air. It's got an extractor fan, microwave, entertainment system, air conditioning. How's the double bed, Stephen?
It's quite comfy.
Quite
I
comfy?
sleep on it.
Yeah. Because there is going to be a big reveal at the end of this, folks. And that is... Here's your dinette, by the way. And a Dometic fridge that looks very familiar to those of us in Europe. So the big reveal is this. It was on the market for $18,000. And Apache are closing this one out for $12,000. That is £10,000 for all that. My flabber is ghosted, Stephen.
Yes, I can see from here.
My flabber is absolutely ghosted.
This is a good deal.
And we're not being paid to say this, are we? This is not This is not a sponsored video.
I haven't even had a cup of coffee.
So that brings this vlog to a close. Thank you so much to the lovely people at Apache Camping Centre here in Everett, Washington State for letting us look around. We're off to get a coffee and warm up, but hope you enjoyed that. If you did, you know what to do. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you don't already. I'll put a link to the Apache Camping Centre in the description below here. So if you want to find out any more about these lovely people, please check them out, because if I was buying a caravan, I'd buy from these people. Yeah. So,
and they had a really nice dog. Maybe we
very
can
nice
get a picture of the dog.
We'll put a picture of the dog in. So it just leaves me to say, from me and from Stephen, thanks for tuning in. You did that very well, Steve.
I've practiced a little bit.
Well done,
since our
Steve.
last time.
Oh, well done, Steve. Yes. Well, thank you.
Yes.